welcome to another beautiful sunrise. We're here at St. Bride's, just to the west of Newport, for another edition of Adventures with Otis. And there's the wee man. He has a stick already. And we're just about to make our way. So, I think it was episode 8 we left you in on the Wales coastal path. Well, we're here again, so this must be part 9 as we watch the sunrise. We're going to head west towards Cardiff. Otis, come on boy, this way. Let's go. And the moon is still present in the sky. Absolutely beautiful. The moon and the sun and the beautiful coastline of South Wales. Unfortunately, we've got the an incoming tide at the moment, which means high tide is about 10 o'clock, which is about 5 hours away. So it's not far off a low tide at the moment. It's just starting to ebb its way in. You enjoying that stick, Otis? You can save some for me. Come on, let's go. Once again, you've got the beautiful sounds of the wildlife all around us. Yay! It's a lot cooler this morning, and there's quite a nice coastal breeze. So it's t-shirts and shorts again, but it's lovely to feel the breeze on my back instead of the hot sunshine. Although within the next 20 minutes, I'm sure the heat from the sun will start radiating through. Hey dude, you enjoying your walk this morning? Good boy. Oh dear, you dropped it. Well, it's crazy to think, isn't it, that all this area over here was flooded out in 1607 when the Great Flood. Yeah, it's crazy. The Bristol Channel just broke through the banks. Of course, the banks weren't this high back then. They were just low banks with some drainage ditches which weren't maintained at all. You're in fine spirits this morning, Otis. You are. Go on in, then I'll open the gate. Good boy. I'm on my way, Otis. I'm on my way. Oh, it's lovely along here. Bit of a shale beach. Yeah, shame about the mud though. It's yeah, low tide isn't very pretty around here. That's a great big stick you got there. Looks like somebody's chopped it for firewood. Over this side, Otis. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, you're a funny sausage. Walnut Tree Farm is somewhere over here, Otis, on the right. Might see some animals and such. And Walnut Tree Farm is open to the public. See all the livestock in the fields there. All the country sounds. And Otis chewing on his stick. Come on, you fella. Ooh, I smell of sewerage around here, Otis. Especially one of the outlets. You've got a venting chimney there. I think that's where the whiffy whiffs are coming from. Otis, this way. Still just about make the moon out, disappearing for the morning. And how are we looking at the sunrise in the east? Absolutely beautiful. I am a sucker for a great sunrise, absolutely. Absolutely beautiful. I'm on my way, Otis. I was just daydreaming there, Otis, looking into the sunshine. Nothing like the glow of the early morning sun. You're determined to carry that stick all the way. You leaving the stick behind? Poor stick. I didn't think you would. What can you smell? What have you found? Oh, time for a little wee. And a couple of ducks flying by. Sorry, gotta go back to the sunshine. Beautiful sunrise. And we can just about make out Newport there in the background. And the realms of Usk Vale Power Station. I think we might need to rename this channel, Otis. We watch the sunrise. And the shadows are just starting to pick up now as the sun reaches a better elevation. That's a good boy. Come on then. What's lovely is these little pebble beaches. I've not seen any of these before. Wow. I always think of the pebble beaches starting the other side of Cardiff, you know, towards Penarth. But we're must be about 6 miles east of Cardiff at the moment. And there's a pebble beach. Here's the original Welsh or Wales coast path. And here's the renewed Wales coast path. Both of which might have got the Welsh shell. That's a good boy. And this year is the 10th birthday actually of the Welsh Coastal Path, or the Wales Coast Path. Opened in the 5th of May 2012. And to think that I actually started walking along the footpath back in May 2022. although we were doing it in dribs and drabs. It's only just this last week that we decided to try and piece the bits together. I had a few little extra walks in, complete the jigsaw. So we don't intend completing the whole of the Welsh coast path. We're just out enjoying ourselves, enjoying our morning walks. But you never know. There's so many farms around this area, and a lot of them have obviously got hens and cockerels, and you can hear many different voices of different cockerels crowing away this morning. As the sun's rising, the moon is actually getting brighter at the minute. Wow, okay. I was expecting the moon to fade away as the sun developed. Well, that's us leaving St Bride's behind, and now we're into the Peterstone area, which is the boundary between Newport and Cardiff. The Newport borough stops in line with this field, and in this field you can see a load of resting Canadian or Canada geese. Wow. So next place that we'll see Otis will be the golf club. Oh, have you lost your stick? Oh dear, he's dropped his stick somewhere. Come on then, Otis. If you can't find it, leave it. Come on, this way. We'll find another one. It's a good boy. You'll find another one. Yes, you will. And from this angle it's quite bizarre. You can see the chimneys of Aberthaw Power Station, and right there along the coast. Wow, along the Glamorgan Vale. You might even be able to make out Nash Point, where the lighthouse is. I can see the reflection of the sun in a lot of the windows. As we get closer, we'll get a better view. The Welsh coast, it meanders a fair bit along the southeast coast, and as we pan this corner around to the right, you should be able to see all of Cardiff and the high-rise buildings of Cardiff, and maybe even be able to see the entrance to the barrage, which at one time would have been the entrance to the River Taff and the River Ely. Here comes the puffer train, aka Otis. And just beyond those trees on the right is Peterstone Golf Club. You've got some lovely lakes there and stuff. I don't think we can see it from the footpath here though. There we are, and just for John, I'll capture our tall shadows. It's amazing how tall the shadows are when you get a low sun. And just up ahead of us now, if I zoom in, you can see Peterston Church. That's St. Peter's. Now that also has got a tide mark on it from way back in 1607 when we had the Great Flood. So it'd be interesting if we can pop by St. Peter's on the way up Peterston. A beautiful pub there called the Six Bells. I'll just take a little pan around the coast from here, because we should be able to see. There it is. That's the city of Cardiff. That's our aim for today. Then further on in the background there you've got Aberthaw. That's Aberthaw Power Station. And the coast then follows along past Bridgend and over towards Porthcawl. Wow. And then you've got the open seas right in the way until you come to Flatholm and Steeple. You can just see them there in the mist. And then across to the English coast of Wester-super-Mare, Greenshands, and then along through Clevedon and Portishead and Avonmouth, right the way up to the bridges, which we can't see this morning. We've got a beautiful sun beaming through the trees. I just put Otis on his lead for this little stretch as we pass through the cattle. And there's just one ahead of us here. Oh wow, there's more than one ahead of us here. Otis, you are staying on your lead for a little while. Good morning. How you doing, Mr. Cow? Mrs. Cow, actually. Okay. Yeah, I thought that as well. Come on, Otis, let's carry on. As you can see, Peterstone is getting nearer and nearer. And there's a pal running towards Otis. We must be in Farmer Giles territory. And he's heading off. You slow down, Otis. Okay, I'm actually looking for a gate along here. Otis is pulling, but we're be gentle, Otis. Good boy. Oh, lots of wildlife around here. Otis, stop it. Right, come on, this way. Okay, I'm looking for the gate that takes us to St. Peter's. And I believe this is it. Come on, Otis. Come on, you little terror. Right, this way. Come on, you can't do any harm this way. Leave the coast for a little while and head in towards Peterston. Well, if you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified on future videos, please click that all important notification bell. And don't forget, we'd like to hear your comments. Come on, Otis Thunderbolt. Come on, young fella. go. We can just about see Peterstone Church getting nearer and nearer through the trees. Come on, Otis. Come on, boy. Okay, wait. Otis. Let me just take your lead. Oh, that's a good boy. We'll get you a nice little drink in a minute. And here's the parish of St. Peter's and the church of St. Peter's. Okay, Otis, you wait there at the gate because I think this takes us to the main road. Otis, wait. So here we are at St. Peter's. It's now called Old St. Peter's because it's been bought out or sold out. And here it says there's a listed building, consent for internal alterations of existing dwelling, installation of photovoltaic cells, air source heat pump, an enclosure, flues and a hardwood entrance door. Wow, sounds to me like this is going to be a private house of some description at Old St. Peter's. And apparently there's CCTV in operation, so hi guys. This is St. Peter's. Now, we've chatted about the Great Flood quite a lot, and Peterston has a great plaque here telling us all about it. So the Great Flood of 1607. The sea, being very tempestuously moved by the winds, overflowed its original banks and did drown 26 parishes adjoining the coast side in the aforesaid county of Monmouth. So it was 9 o'clock in the morning, 30th of January 1607. The sea walls either side of the Severn Estuary were overwhelmed by the floodwaters. Much of the Gwent and Somerset levels were flooded, killing hundreds of people and many animals. The water reached depths of 10 feet in some areas, and several cities were affected, including Cardiff, Bristol and Gloucester. The flood was a result of an unusually high spring tide, combined with a violent storm, and the 1607 flood is commemorated in several churches along the levels. Those at Redwick, Nash and St. Bride's show the height of the floodwaters. At Goldcliff there's a plaque in the channel. It reads, "Here was lost 5,000 and odd pounds, besides 22 people was in this parish drowned." So the sea wall, which stretches from the mouth of the River Rumney right the way to the River Usk in Newport, is the first line of defence against the sea, and it's a vital part of the drainage system which allows the Wentlooge levels to be farmed for centuries. Now, I've talked about reens and drainage ditches all the way along this estuary, and the reens are the dig-out ditches that drain away the water and feed them into the pills. So the earliest sea defences were built by the Roman legionaries based at Collie to create grazing for cattle and cavalry horses. Many of the horse bones from that period have been excavated at Rumney. Wow, that's fantastic. And some of the reens, drainage ditches, there we go, that crisscross the levels today, such as Percoid Reen, may also be of Roman origin. Fantastic. So over the centuries, as the sea struggled to reclaim borrowed land, the wall has been abandoned, rebuilt, modified and moved inland many times, and much of the Roman and medieval landscape is now buried well in the estuary mud. What do you think of that, Otis? He's gone to sleep. Okay, so here we are. This is a picture just showing what it would have been like. And here is a stone laid. It was commissioned to mark the flood of 1607. From where you stand, the height of the water would have been 2.2 metres or 7.3 feet as shown by the mark above. Our thanks to Living Levels for funding this project with help from the local community. Look at the height of that. That is a good 2 feet above my head. That's crazy, Otis. Okay, let's just head over this way just to show you where we are. So we started our walk up here in Chepstow, and we've walked all the way along the coast, right way through Maygar, through Goldcliff, in through Newport, down through Uskmouth. We're now at Peterstone Gout. Well, Otis and I are going to sign off for the day, so thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next part of the Welsh Coast Path.